Jose? Hello? Hello?
Yeah, yep. You hear me?
Yeah, what's up?
What's up?
You're the same Jose that I used to work here, right?
Yeah,
What's going on, man?
chilling.
Okay, okay. Alright, you ready for this interview?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Alright, bet. So what makes you want to rejoin PD?
What was that?
What makes you want to rejoin the police department?
Um, I don't feel like civil life with me.
You don't what? You don't feel like civil life is what?
For me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I know how that goes.
I want to put like my skills and shit to use. I don't
Yeah.
know. I tried EMS and that didn't work out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've never tried EMS. I couldn't do what they do. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I could do what they do, some of what they do, but
Nah,
fucking
too many
stupid.
people be toxic and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, I know how that goes with them. All right, man. You've probably been through this before, at least once. I don't know if they've changed these questions over the course of time, but we'll get into it. All right. First question: how do you handle stressful situations? And can you sorry. Can you provide an example of a time when you had to remain calm under pressure?
I would handle a stressful situation. I would
Yes,
just take
sir.
a deep breath. I would take a deep breath. All right. Would it be like concerning two people or just like or what would it be?
Just provide me an example of a time you had to remain calm under pressure.
Time was when I was in PD
Hmm.
before I quit. There was a shootout. Right? I remained calm. I clipped comms on radio and gave my location and asked for 32s while keeping calm and keeping comms clear, stuff like that.
All right. I'm sure we've all been there a time or two.
Yeah.
All right. What is your approach to de-escalating conflicts, especially in tense or confrontational situations? Give me an example of both internal and external police department conflict. So,
If I were to separate a conflict, I would ask for 32s, right? And I would have one officer take one person, and then I would talk with the other person, and get both sides of the story, and
okay.
then from there come up with a conclusion.
So how would you call for 32s? Would you like give me this is an unorthodox question. I'm just kind of spitballing a question here cuz I'm curious. Give me like an example of a time when you would call for like a 32s um prior to even making contact. Like what would for you indicate a situation that would warrant for 32s?
If I see a large group, or if I see them arguing, getting physical, that's when I would be calling for 32s because that's something I couldn't handle by myself.
Okay, for sure, for sure. So then, give me an example for both internal and external police department conflicts.
Um, Internal, so like basically, if I had two officers arguing
Hmm.
like that,
Yeah, pretty much.
I would just calm it down, try to get in between of it, and report it to ICOM so they could deal with it. And if it doesn't calm down, then that's when I bring ICOM into it. Like I said, but I'll try to de-escalate it myself. That way, we don't get or try to get ICOM involved as much.
Okay. So yeah, you always want to also report to your direct supervisors. Not everything is a HICOM matter. Supervisors can handle it.
Mm.
If HICOM needs to be brought into a situation, then they'll be brought into it,
All right, but
of course. But yeah. So like, give me an example of an external conflict.
external, like out on the streets.
Yeah.
Uh, that like I said, I said like when the two people were arguing, and I would call for 32s to separate it.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Okay, so how would you balance enforcing the law while ensuring fairness and treating everyone with respect regardless of their background? This includes your ability to punish even your friends and family to the same extent as a random criminal.
What was the question? How would I?
How would you balance enforcing the law while ensuring fairness and treating everyone with respect regardless of their background?
Well, the same way I would. I'll enforce this law the same way with everybody, no matter if it's a police officer, judge, lawyer, civilian, criminal. If they did if they were speeding, they were speeding. No matter if it's a judge.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think that's what I would do.
Right. A good quote comes to mind from an officer. Fight it in court, Joe.
Yeah, perfect. That's perfect. If they don't like it, then they could go to court with it.
All right. So, in your opinion, what are some of the most significant challenges facing law enforcement today, and how would you address them as an officer?
I think right now, I think the most challenges right now is dealing with people, uh, toxic people. Um, you know, I would try to how would I would do with it. I would try to escalate, talk with the person. If I don't see that the person is calming down, I would if they saying like, "Oh, I did my job wrong," I would give my name, badge number, and then I would tell them to take it up with HR complaint, and they would be happy to talk with them. But I think right now that's the most trouble that's being like that's the LSPD right now.
Just toxic people,
Not toxic people, just people in general.
people in general,
Yeah,
confrontational, without
yeah,
um, without any necessity to be confrontational. They're just
yep.
confrontational just to do it. Yeah,
Yep.
it happens.
A
What do
lot.
you believe is the most important quality for a police officer to possess, and how do you demonstrate the quality in your personal and professional life?
I feel like the most important quality is respect, being respectful towards people, officers, and anybody. I feel like if you be respectful. I feel like that could de-escalate a lot of situations. Uh, like I said, with the confrontational people, that could maybe ease them down a little bit instead of being more confrontational with them. That if you be more confrontational, that would probably like anger them more. If you just like show respect, show calmness, keep collected, that would just make them smooth down and just makes everything run smoother.
For sure. For sure. I can appreciate that. Alright. So, say you're in a chase and you're following closely to a suspect going 100 miles an hour plus. You headache and you cause a crash, which leads to the criminal ejecting from their car. What would you do in this situation?
I would get EMS for the person, and I would let the chase go, keep going.
Okay. Alright. Alright. So you're at a bank robbery. The criminals have one hostage to start. They grab the negotiation officer as a second hostage after they've already started the robbery. You're the next highest on scene. What do you do and how do you control the team?
Well, I would have a chat with the criminal because first of all, they can't take our negotiation officer.
Mm-hmm.
we would ask them to give over the office. Now we would be coming in and placing them all under arrest. And we'll just try to, work it out because they shouldn't be taking our officer like that.
Okay, so I'm gonna quote the criminal here. Nah, bitch, you ain't in charge here. Then what do you do?
What do you say?
I'm gonna quote the criminal here. Nah, bitch, you ain't in charge here. What are you gonna do?
Oh, well, I will try to assert because I am in charge. But if he
Okay.
doesn't listen, then we would sadly have to proceed to breaching the bank act of robbery.
Okay. So you would coordinate with your team then.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So then, out of all the tools that the LSPD has in our armory, what's the most important tool an officer has at their disposal and why?
I would say my radio.
Your radio? Why is that?
'Cause that's how I got my backup and
Okay.
give my exact location, and that's how officers know where I'm at and stuff in case I need help.
Okay, that's a good answer. Radio is one of our most effective tools, in my opinion. That's a good one. I like that answer. I was expecting that the last interview I did, and I didn't get that at all. But yeah, radio's good. Alright, Jose. So, I liked a lot of your answers. They're good. I'm just going to have to type them up and send them over to the powers that be. I don't know if I'm going to get to it tonight, because like I said, I've got somewhere to be, so... yeah, I'll try to get to it as quick as possible, and then figure tomorrow sometime you'll have an answer.
All
If
right,
that
tomorrow?
works for you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright, man. I'm hoping to be working with you again.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.